Fast.
I will have to watch all those. Let's see what Capture Age does for me. To rejoin the game. Drum roll.
All right, I am in.
Ooh, so am I.
Alrighty. We're paused.
Starting with a pause.
MBL.
Maybe he was still in the chess game.
Oh my god.
Checking tech tree. I don't think so.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Then let's go ahead and tell us a bit about the civilizations, the positions, and what we can expect.
All right then. So we have AM rocking all the new civs, or the 3.5 new civs. Lierey's going to be the Grey Bengalis on the left flank for AM, looking dominant so far. Nicov going to be the Cyan Hindustanis in the pocket. Hera is the Green Gurjaras as the other pocket. And MBL is the Blue Dravidians on the right flank. And they'll be going up against WWP, who has Paladin in the orange as the Britons on the right flank. Yo is the purple Hindustanis in the pocket. BadKoala as the yellow Berbers in the other pocket. And then Lix as the red Ethiopians on the left flank. So now it's going to be WWP this time with the much more orthodox civs. Now, what I think the big thing is it's going to be double camels or like camel plus Shrivamsha rider. Just maybe actually go for mass Shrivamsha riders. They're so good against archers.
Okay.
From Gurjaras.
Okay. Well, we'll see about that. The question that I ask myself is, will we see a sheep sling? Will people send sheep over to the Gurjaras to generate more resources in the mills?
Well,
AM? Not really likely to be that team.
I feel like you're just kind of gimping yourself too much. And the amount of resources that the sheep generate is small enough that it's probably not worth it.
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
8 sheep is like the equivalent of 1 relic if the relic was just generating food.
Okay, okay. I heard like 1.5 villagers, so yeah. One
that would
relic
be one
roughly.
relic.
Yeah. But still, like, Yo is not even going for the mill. Like, he's not abusing it at all. He's just straight up playing.
Because he's Hindustanis.
Yo? Oh, wait. Hera Gurjaras? Am I confusing the symbols? They're all like green and round?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Hindustani and Gujarat symbols are quite similar.
Okay. And I'm looking at him like, that feels so weird. Okay, so then we will take a look at them in the next game, because they're spawning really close together on Seize the Mountain as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would be expecting a sheep sling there.
And Hera a little slow in finding his final sheep. I mean, personally, I think that Gurjaras are one of the hardest civs in the game. Like, their Dark Age is probably even harder than Chinese. Just
Okay.
in determining, like, okay, when can you go for your sheep? Do you put all the sheep in the mill? Do you have to lure deer to even make anything efficient? Or, like, it's tricky.
I played them like 6 times already, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
I always go like 8 in the mill, push 1 deer, and then it feels really smooth, actually.
Oh yeah, I think
Then-
they're super strong. It's just a matter of like figuring out what's optimal.
It feels so smooth and like so uncomplicated that I think like, especially like till 2K, I think this should be your go-to.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's like you never have idle TC. You're not forced to do anything. Take the board at pop 6, early mill, and you get so much food, right? Early 1.5 extra villagers.
Oh yeah, and it's good, and you just get more food in total because you get the forage bushes as well.
Yeah.
Interestingly, though, Hera is sending out the sheepers once the boar are depleted. So he's not just keeping them in.
Yeah, don't like that.
Yep.
Only pushed 1 deer as well. Think that was not needed.
So do you, in your games, have you been taking out the sheep? Or do you just keep them in all game long?
Or keep them in all game long.
Yeah, me too. I have no
think
idea if
that's
it's optimal or not, but I don't know, it feels more fun.
That's how I envision it.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, we didn't talk about the map yet. Lowland. Obviously, we are all starting on the highland and have very limited gold and stone. That's why we're trying to go down and get some more control of extra resources. That's basically where we will have the major fights most of the time when people try to expand in early Castle Age.
Yep, we're going to be seeing a lot of extra TCs down over there, as the highland of the map only contains your starting gold and stone, and there's not much of it. And then wood, of course. But still, in early game, we should be imagining that something fairly aggressive is going to happen.
Ooh, something like a villager kill already here by WWP against MBL. That's to be nice. Getting punished for not sending his sheep over.
Well, I suppose that being karma would be appropriate considering the Indian themed DLC.
Karma indeed. Now trying to fight back a bit, and Hera, obviously, with the camel scout here. And that's a really easy transition. Just continue camel scouts in Feudal Age after you went for some scouts, and then they instantly become camels or camel riders in Castle Age. So that's a really sick power spike.
Oh yeah, and it's probably the best use of the camel. Oh, you didn't get loom, Hera.
No loom! How did he not loom?
Oh my goodness. He is going for the scout cavalry, and something that I feel like most people don't know, camel scouts have a 48-second train time in Feudal Age, as well as being 55 food, 60 gold, so they are insanely expensive, especially when you run them into enemy TC fire.
Well, I think you most of the time only get one of them anyways, right?
Yeah, I have not seen a situation where I would want to go for more than just like my one camel scout, and then you just make them on the way to Castle Age so you get that power spike like you were saying.
Yeah, maybe the way to go. MBL creating quite a base for himself. Not on gold at all. This is like spearman skirm defense. Well, doesn't feel like our typical army composition here, Ornlu.
But you are Dravidians, and the way I frame it is that Dravidians have the skirmisher equivalent of Japanese halbs. Like, they have the same fire rate, or reload time, or whatever you want to call it. So they're good. But it's still not a strong unit overall, and now we have MrYo pouncing in to the base of Hera as that lady tries to make it to the TC, but she will not.
Okay, found a nice kill there. MrYo running away. By the way, crazy team ball here by Liereyy and Nicov. Not really communicating too well who is walling to what wood line.
That just seems so atypical of this team.
And it's still open as well. Like, this is so weird. No one trusting each other.
Oh man, remember the I think it was back in ECL, the Gamer Legion game where like it was 4v4 and like everyone was walling their chunk of the map except Doubt just didn't wall at all. So we had like an entire map covered with wall except for like one choke point, and then the enemy just ran in and killed everything.
Well, sounds like that. Lots of scouts out now. Okay, let's take a look. Archers are getting scared away. And obviously with the camel here. Oh, now getting punished though. And now the scouts should be really good for MrYo.
They are indeed. And it's just the job of the Hero Scouts to protect the skirmishers of MBL, because the skirmishers obviously going to be doing quite well versus the archers, but unfortunately skirmishers are not doing a very good job of not dying, as, you know, with just some cursory micro, able to take all of those down, and now AM is in a very difficult position.
Feels slightly better for WWP indeed, but fully walled. Now some skirms to the defense. Now goes into mass farming here. The macro for MBL not on point there. And tries to defend walls with 3 villagers. Feels like now attacking Hera seems to be the choice of WWP, but Hera obviously walled.
He is indeed walled, but he doesn't have one of those army things, and that's a bit problematic. Archers here to follow up will at least provide a bit of delay, but that's all right. Now, where's the army of AM? Wait, Liereyy just has skirms and spearmen. What is he doing?
I don't know. Not knowing how Bengalis work, apparently. More aggression here against Hera, who could struggle quite a bit. We even see the armor for BadKoala, so won't be a fast castle age by our Berber player.
It will not, but I gotta say that I like the Berber pick. Like, knowing that your opponent has to be using, at least, 2 of the new civs? Going for a civ that can go for mass camels and sort of compete in that regard, I think is definitely quite smart.
Ooh, scouts get plus extra attack against buildings.
Yes, they do. Hindustani team bonus right there, and it is a sick one.
Ooh, and Hera's struggling quite a bit. I think he needs a tower.
I think he needed a tower. I think that he is just in a really rough spot right now.
Oh, now opening, hoping that some of his friends are coming over, but actually that just invites more archers. And Hera, that's no resource income for you at all.
No, he's
like
got the
5
sheep.
farmers working.
No, not the mill.
Only 4 sheep though.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Sorry, capture age crashed.
Yeah, for me as well. Are we trying to restart capture age here?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh yeah. So am I. 1844.
Yep.
Okay.
Phew.
More life than Hera here, what it looks like.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, Liereyy and MBL are sending in those skirmishers, and the skirmishers are going to do quite well versus those archers. But it's still looking pretty darn rough here. AM is actually overall still ahead slightly in villagers, but it's looking quite sus.
And they're upping faster as well. MBL, the only one who didn't click up yet, and now on the other side, WLP, 4 players up to castle age though. And this one plays out quite aggressively. I really enjoyed this one. Lux has a crazy ball of archers.
Okay, Nili, if you didn't check... Oh, never mind. The capture age reset. It says Hera lost 1 villager, but I feel like Hera lost more than 1 villager.
I think him being at 33 villagers feels like
I was about to be insanely impressed, and then I realized that it was just capture age.
Reset the count there.
Oh, yes, he's doing it! Lierey's going at the archers!
Oh, now I need to see it in the chat. Now I need to see the Nili fans in the chat.
There we go.
They're rolling over.
Yes! Oh, man. Okay, so the Bengali Eli archers, they're notable in that they are the tankiest. They take less bonus damage. They're harder to convert. And they benefit from the Pike's unique tech once you get the castle. And you get, Parthian tactics and all that stuff. So they're just kind of really well-rounded.
And beautiful against crossbows. And let's have so many crossbows. Now we need camels from Berber player, right? To do something.
Legit, Lierey's using the same strategy that I use.
Well, so what does that conclude? Like, are you that good or Liereyy that
questionable?
Creative?
I don't know. I would assume the one that involves me being dumb. But, well, Lix has a lot of crossbowmen, but Eli archers, they don't care about crossbowmen, man. They've got 230 HP and 3 pierce armor right now.
All WWP players getting a TC down, so they will have some solid control. All adjacent to woodline and to gold, while AM still sitting on the highland.
And yet, not a single Celts in this game. What kind of highland is this? Well,
Okay.
yeah, MBL just adding the extra 2 TCs. Kind of strange that Nikov's the only one who went to the low ground.
Something weird just happened in my chat, but I was a bit confused. Okay, scum defense here by MBL, something we see a lot by him in 1v1s, not so often in team games. Not sure how much those camels will do. And I think the main story is just deny Nicov from his gold at the bottom. And in the long run, army compositions can't be great for AM.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for sure. We've got the Hindustani camels, though, and they are attacking faster. Have the attack speed of 1.6, which is, it's faster than a knight, and it's slower than stirrups, but faster than a knight.
Crossbow's actually okay damage against the elephants. Is he missing some armor? No.
He's missing bloodlines.
Okay, well, isn't it that important? 20 HP more and 30.
It's always important, Nili. Yeah, but elephant archers did lose 1 pierce armor when they became regional units as opposed to unique units, because if the elephant archers that existed for Indians were just transferred over to the archery range for a bunch of civs, then they would be super OP.
Yeah, probably. I think it was one of the most snowbally units.
Yeah.
But people didn't realize.
Until they saw Rage Forest, and then like people would just go for mass elephant archers every time.
Oh, really? I didn't. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well-
that's nice.
AM, they're in a great spot economically. They're ahead by, what, 650-ish villagers?
Wow.
They are struggling a little bit as far as armies go.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can keep holding right now, I think they're going to be in an okay spot. But now we have a Scorpion on the way. BadKoala does benefit from that Hindustani team bonus with the camel's extra damage versus buildings. But and now Yo showing up to the party as well. Actually, everybody's here. It is a veritable rainbow here in the base of Hera once again. Oh man, poor guy.
Oh, but Hera actually has more villagers than any of the WWP guys. But now villagers are not being pulled. What's happening here? Hera, that is a weird reaction by him.
But on the other side, Nicov and Liereyy with the camel elephant archer combo.
Oh, stone walls being built, some houses on the lower side of the HP, and buildings are going to fall. Oh, it's not looking great for Lux, but Hera, he might lose quite a bit here. Now more jump, and obviously the Scum army isn't the most scary one to hold.
Yeah, I love that BadKoala was just mixing in some knights with his army, knowing that, okay, at least MBL was going for a lot of skirmishers. And we could literally just see Hera lose all of his TCs to the Hindustani camels that also get the faster attack speed and bonus damage versus buildings.
Now some more villagers repairing the starting town center though, and camel count is not that scary anymore. Crossbows died to some of the mangonels. Hera's losing some villagers to the left hand side, but micro away from this one. Hera's holding.
And that is not what's happening for Lix right now, because he's got 17 elephant archers in his base that have around three quarters the HP of a castle on them.
Oh, goddy. How is this even a fair fight? How do you ever deal with that amount of elephant archers now?
I'm telling you, man, elephant archers are good.
Oh, probably have to go full camels against this army composition with Berbers. Like, why are we mixing in knights here as BadKoala?
I like mixing in knights because of the MBL skirmishers.
But that's the other side's flank.
Yeah, but you're spending a lot of time over near MBL's base. But yeah, I mean, at this point, Lix is on his way to being defeated by a bajillion camels, again, from Hindustanis, as well as these Eli archers.
Liereyy with 100 villagers is on the way to Castle Age and still get some gold at the low ground. Some more aggression against Nicov at home, but still feels like this is getting close to 4v3 now, with Lux being so down.
Yeah, the army count and composition is now going to be in favor of AM, and with so many crossbowmen dying from Paladin, it's kind of rough, but we still have 2 players on the way to Imp. We have both orange and purple. But they're going to need to stop this very rapidly increasing army of elephant archers.
Very aggressive castle here by Paladin against MBL, who still only has some skirmishes for the defense. So I think MBL, he doesn't even care that much. He is at 5 TCs now and goes full wood and food. He's fine with only staying on skirmish till the end of the game, apparently.
That checks out. Liereyy does need to get his cavalry upgrades, though. He's missing... Bloodlines obviously isn't as big of a deal, but husbandry's pretty important. Get the much faster move speed.
MBL out with the skirmishes, tries to defend. Cars obviously can't be stopped. I think BadKoala needs some help. Okay, we might have had a drop here. Or why am I seeing people like... We are not seeing this, so yeah, this was a drop, apparently.
Nicov or MBL crashed.
Ooh. I think it is too open to call it here.
If they have to... If they can't restore it, I would say you would have to replay it.
Hera is saying... Oh, he's already hosting. So we'll try that. Yeah. How can BadKoala hold this? It's just so much army still, right? MrYo could come over with some camels to help out.
He's gonna be faster to Imperial Age than Nicov, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's correct. Nicov still only half the resources and still some army in his base.
Mm-hmm.
But BadKoala will suffer some at home.
Do we know if they're able to restore?
Well, I will wait for updates. Right now, Hera is hosting. That's the best information that we're getting.
All right.
Okay, so this game in 32, or like this game and the 2v2 in 32 minutes feels reasonable scheduling wise.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a little bit late, but nothing too crazy.
No, Slam will be happy. Jordan won't be happy. Down in Shadow, I think, won't care that much.
That sounds right.
Okay, let's take a look. How many players are in the game already? Does Elephant Archer have imp upgrades? Yeah, there's Elite Elephant Archer.
And the Elite Elephant Archer looks exactly the same as the old Indian Elephant Archer.
Ah, okay. Nice. I like that. Can we see restored games in the lobby?
Yes, because... Or in the lobby? I don't know. I just use the spectator dashboard.
Ah, yeah. Okay. They're in there. So they should be in the game. Let's take a look.
And it doesn't have everybody as Britons, so I assume that they're redoing the game.
Oh, I don't think so.
Unless that bug was fixed.
I don't think they are fast enough to pick civilizations and everything in time. Also, civilizations look consistent. I'm pretty sure they're restored.
All right.
So good. Small fix, right?
Yeah, yeah. Progress.
Yeah, but really good situation certainly for AM. Especially like BadKoala, lots of trouble. Lux, I think Lux still has like 50 wills, so he can make something happen. But will take some time to really get onto an army. And also, it feels like he will get to an army that's not really going to be super strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe Halberdiers. Maybe Lux should move for Halberdiers now.
Could work. Could work. Could go. Just try and go for skirmishers. I mean, elephant archers have -7 armor against cav archer attacks, so skirms are going to be performing really well against them.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's just like, but also we have those camels still on the map, right? I don't think you want to stay on skirms typically there.
Very true. But we shall see.
Waiting for BadKoala? Not sure if he really wants to jump into the game. Maybe he's holding his PC back.
Come on, BadKoala internet, you can do it. There we go. And indeed, they are restoring. Great to see. And yeah, BadKoala is in for a really rough time right now.
Ooh, okay, stables are dying. Camel count is solid for him. 37 there. But we also have similar numbers for Nicov, plus obviously all the elephant archers. Is he trying to take this engagement now with knights at the front? Feels like it. Ooh. I don't like the knights going in there like this.
Ugh. The TC arrow fire helping out, I guess, a little bit, but... Well, why is this going better than I thought it would be going better? It felt like Nikov's camels weren't all engaging.
Also focusing on the knights first. Now MrYo is joining the party as well. And those elephant archers need to micro back. We now see elite elephant archers, but still 18 seconds away, plus Bracer some seconds away. That will be quite some loss before he gets the crucial upgrades.
Indeed it will, and now Yo has arrived to the party. But elite elephant archer is now in, and there we go. There's the old elephant archers.
But full surround here.
Yeah.
This is actually a reasonable clear up, I believe.
Well, elephant archers are, they have a lot of HP. But yeah, it looks like they will be cleared up eventually. And then on the other side, we have this Imperial Age timing from Paladin that's just so far ahead of MBL, who has a ton of villagers, but isn't really able to do anything to stop this push right now.
But should Arbalest really focus on someone that is going skirms only? I think the pressure towards Hera could have paid off so much more.
Well, Hera is on 5 TCs, but still very much relegated to the Castle Age. He is going for his own camels.
Ooh.
This
game is far from over.
Yeah.
Really happy that we were able to restore this one. Lots of people felt AM had a big advantage, and I could see the advantage, but I can also see Lux, obviously probably the best player in the world, making something happen although he's dead.
Yes. Exactly. Got a bunch of crossbowmen running around this base of Nicov, who is on the way to Imperial Age now. Parthian tactics now coming in for Liereyy. I think he just doesn't know that they benefit from stable upgrades, bloodlines and husbandry. Does he know about their unique tech? I mean, he's just getting his castle up right now. Hopefully he'll just hover over it to check and see that, you know, it means his elephants will fire 20% faster. But obviously Tread needs to be priority number 1 right now.
Feels like it's just too important here. But 1 is fine, right? He knows his opponent lost lots of villagers, lost his starting TC, and is in Castle Age, so Trappo will always go in his favor. I think maximum of 2 and then try to go for your unique upgrades. Rams now being added as well. MBL should have no way of dealing with this. If only we saw some cavalry added, MrYo now finally coming over with which will be soon Imperial camels.
Yep, that upgrade has had its cost reduced, although the Imp Camels are a little bit weaker. They have one less base attack, but that's compensated by the fact that your Hindustani Camels attack faster. And, well, this still should be looking pretty good.
And now you have the last armor back, right?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
So your Hussars are fully upgraded again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, elephants now moving in. Should find some villager kills here, and that amount of skirms won't really do too well against those elephants. Liereyy just enjoying his life. No matter who wins this game, Liereyy had fun.
Oh, yeah. This, okay, and Liereyy is getting husbandry now at the very least. So that's great to see. And I'm telling you, man, Ellie Archers are the way of the future.
Feels a bit like it. How do we deal with this? Now we see some sling upgrades. Obviously, you can sling players that are at the same age or lower than you. And MBL space is pretty much gone. I don't think trading will be too efficient if they think about this in the long run. And yeah, markets are being set up now.
Yeah, like the eco numbers are on paper so much better for AM, but they're in such a weak spot tactically. Hera has just hit the Imperial Age. Something that's important to keep in mind is that Gurjara camels are good, but they still lose to Imp camels. Even with their extra bonus damage and the Frontier Guards, I think is what it's called. Attack. Give them extra armor.
Looks even getting Imp now. Moves away with some, is trying to set up trade as well. Oh, this is shaping up to be a brilliant game. Also, right-hand side, more push against MBL, who is, well, in Imperial Age as well, but now has no answers to the Imp Camels.
None whatsoever. I mean, yeah, Imp Camels aren't as good as Paladins against skirmishers, but they are still plenty good enough. We do have pikes in for Liereyy, so the Elephant Archers are at least firing as fast as they would if they had Thumb Ring.
It feels like Liereyy is dominating this game alone.
I
Nobody is
mean-
now being added as well. He's living the dream.
Oh yeah, it is a thing of beauty to see so many Elephant Archers. And he's mixing in Halbs. Bengali Halbs, they do miss plate mail armor, but they have all the other upgrades. So, not like amazing Halbs by any means, but they'll at least get the job done.
Ooh, big fight about to emerge next to Hera space. Look at that, like Hera full, just waiting for heavy cav, or heavy camels. Nicov is there as well against the Arbalest Imperial camels.
Arrow slits
Ooh.
coming in for Paladin as well as Guard Tower, so we could be seeing some Briton keeps here as this game is getting pretty darn intense. A bit of a doubt castle for Liereyy though. Uh-oh.
How do we cast all this? This is so brutal, like fights everywhere right now.
I just spent a month casting 4v4 Nili.
But that's only 4 angles, right?
Yeah,
this one
no,
feels
this-
like we are attacking at 12 different angles.
Yeah, no, it's fun though. It's just stuff happening absolutely everywhere. You have MBL trying to hold on in the south. Hera still kind of dying to a bunch of Arbalests and Camels. He does get one more castle up at home. And on the north side, Lix is, well, he has some skirmishers and is not completely dead yet. Yellow is with 72 heavy camels.
Pretty crazy at home, right? Oh man, Elephant's now going back, running a bit through some castles here, obviously not too affected by that. Camels around, maybe take this engagement. If he focuses down the Halberdiers here with the castles, and they can take a good engagement, I think Liereyy could get cleared up completely here.
Yeah, he has to be very careful. He's got a couple trebs coming. No siege engineers just yet. But, yeah.
They're not
it's-
taking the fight.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a big ol' sandwich.
Halberdiers obviously so good against camels. That's why we need the skirms in there as well.
But on the
And
other
now this
side,
is a massive fight.
looks like Paladin's getting completely surrounded by the combined armies of Hera and Nicov and MBL. And that's going to be a lot of dead Arbalests from Orange.
We'll see the big fight here. Oh god, this is the big surround. And the house is actually helping out a bit here for Liereyy, but he will lose most of the stuff now that all the Halberdiers are dying. And I think that's the end of that army.
Yeah, and they're Elephant Archers. It's going to be a slow army to replenish. Ooh. Nom 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 nom.
Eating through it. Okay, that's some delicious elephant meat. Trade is being set up slowly. MBL simply going full skirm. Hera going full hussar. They're enjoying their 1v1s.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, Gurjara Hussars are pretty good. They're the cheapest Hussars in the game. They're only 60 food with the Kshatriya's unique tech, but still missing Blast Furnace isn't super ideal. And they're going to die really hard to any of the camels from MrYo.
Yeah. But, well, no real gold control. They don't have enough control at the bottom right now, and they have to share everything. Trade setup will be faster for WWP. Whew, what an interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a big population advantage for AM right now, but they aren't as well set up in the long run, and they're still the ones who are kind of at home, so to say, as MBL still has an army of 76 skirmishers. That's it.
Thanks for contributing.
Can I offer you a skirmisher in these trying times?
Feels a bit like it. Okay, Nicov now going through the center. They're trying to go for a big raid. Imperial camels around still. And yeah, we're not seeing as many elephants. Basically only Liereyy, the one building them for now. Now facing lots of skirmishes.
Yeah, that is a lot of skirmishers. And like I said, remember, elephant archers have -7 cav archer armor. So skirms are really good against them, but still, there aren't as many skirms. With the hussars coming in, they'll obviously mop up the skirmishers. So it's a bit of a tricky fight. Halb's doing well versus heavy camels for sure, but the army numbers just aren't quite enough, it seems. Very evenly matched right now are these two teams in terms of army.
Oof. Okay, let's take a look here and, well, focusing down those elephants in the center with all the skirmishers, but skirmisher numbers, there were around 70, now they're only at 40, and we see a bit of a transition into pikeman direction. After we see everyone trying to increase their trade, overall population still plus 50 for AM, but that's a lot of skirms.
It's a lot of skirms indeed. Notably, Siege Elephant is coming in, so there's going to be another new elephant unit that's going to be joining the party. Of course, it's from Dravidians, who have the worst Siege Elephants. But, well, I guess they do regenerate HP, which is pretty nice. And they ignore armor in a straight-up fight, but you're probably not fighting enemy units all that much.
Keeps now being added. Obviously, won't be that great once we get the elephants out.
And now AM trying to make a big play happen. 58 hussars in the queue for Nicov.
Wow. It's like a bit of an overkill.
Well,
Maybe
there's no kill like overkill.
Maybe giving some of the resources to some of his teammates could have helped out. 4 spearmen in the queue now for MBL, trying to go together with siege elephants, trying to clear up the castle probably there, trying to get some gold control. Trade still not looking hot for AM.
It's not. So they have a huge advantage right now militarily, but they need to make something happen with it because the villager counts have evened up for the two teams. As there is one villager building a keep. Arbs, so they're looking to be in pretty high numbers, but now the skirmishers coming in here for MBL, and they are going to chase those Arbs away, or rather, they should be chasing the Arbs away. The Arbs should be chased away.
Not really sure where we are looking.
Oh,
yeah, in the center.
Yeah. No, there is stuff happening absolutely everywhere on the map. Also, looks like there's some raiding coming in from MrYo at the back of everybody's base just to make people's lives that much more difficult. Big log jam of hussars in the middle of the map.
Just feels like Arbalests are not a pretty unit anymore. I think I'd rather want to see like 120 Imperial camels here and just go full sling now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that kills archers. The Arbs are really only good against the enemy halbs and camels, of which there aren't that many. And I guess they're good against the hussars as well.
Camel archers being mixed in. Also not like the banger unit against mass hussar skirm.
Not really, although once you get to like a ton of camel archers, they're going to be doing well, but it's going to be hard to actually ever get there.
And you're constantly facing so much while we finally see siege elephants unleashed on the right-hand side. Like, even if you have like 40 camel archers, like you can easily run into like 80 hussars, 20 skirms.
Yeah. I mean, that's just such a numbers disadvantage. And I am sad to say there are no caravanserais in the trade route of either team.
Oh, maybe at one point. Doubt Ornlu believe.
They are pretty sick, actually. they boost your trade income by like the old Spanish team bonus levels.
Oh, sick.
And they heal the trade carts like super fast, like way faster than a monk.
Okay, crazy. I'm not sure like how much healing really is paying off, to be honest.
I mean, if you look at like these hussars just chasing down trade carts, if they're getting healed pretty fast, then it's going to make the raiding much less effective. Although, like, if you're looking at the typical Mangudai in the trade line sort of situation, then obviously, yeah, it doesn't matter.
No. But yeah, against melee, I can see that, yeah.
Oh, there's Kshatriyas.
Finding stuff. Where are they?
It's the unique tech for Gurjaras in the Castle Age that gives them 25% less food cost for all their units, as well as Mahayana for Bengalis to give their villagers, taking up only 90% of pop space.
Okay. Nice. Getting all the very beneficial upgrades right now. And it just feels like the game is stabilizing quite a bit here. Yeah, still some raids are coming in, but it feels, or at least WWP is now somewhat dropping in population. I still hate that Paladin is not really synergizing too well with his army. Just facing skirms way too much this game.
Yeah, I mean, sure you're facing one of the best skirmisher civs with your archer civ, but even so, feels like there's something better that you could be doing.
How about on the center? It could be an option. I think, honestly, like Britons, they don't really have their time anymore. I think Britons going for full sling would have honestly been an option for me.
You could be slinging Yo, you could be slinging BadKoala to get to a bunch more camel archers with good upgrades, because then they'll be doing really well versus the elephant archers.
Oh, yeah, true.
Getting that, they get a ton of extra bonus damage against them because of the negative armor of elephant archers.
Yeah. They how much damage would they do? Like 25 per shot or something?
Maybe more. Something around there. It's a very big number for a unit that attacks pretty fast.
180 HP on those elephants, but would eventually die, and now getting pushed back, so that's really nice for WWP. Still struggling to get fully pop limit here, and well, finally we're mixing in some skirmishes here, but MBL just diving in with his skirms is absolutely happy to trade them off.
Oh yeah, certainly no qualms with that. Paladin trying to build some more keeps, and that is honestly a way that he could support his team, as a bunch of keeps would be pretty darn helpful. And right now, the top left side is starting to look a little bit better here for WWP. Hera doing a very nice job raiding the trade lines in the back, though. Yeah, skirms just melt elephant archers.
Yeah, looks like it, indeed. Looks is getting onto a reasonable population here. Pretty solid stuff, but well, Paladin is getting cleared up, but at a really unimportant area. So I don't mind this one too much. Go! Oh boy, this could be a long game.
Oh, it could be. I mean, AM's ahead by like what, 90 pop, but it doesn't feel like they have a super decisive advantage anywhere. Now Yo steamrolling across the middle of the map with these Imperial camels.
How's BadKoala pop 110?
Because he's on 45 villagers.
Okay. It's a bit underwhelming.
Hera has killed 88 villagers since the restore. And
Okay.
Lierey's killed 78 and Nikov's killed 140.
Sick, okay. So they just went ham in the opponent's economies.
Yeah, with all those hussars.
80 skirms in the queue. How many archer rangers does Paladin have? It's not a lot, right?
I mean, to have
See,
80
like,
skirms in the queue, it can't be that many. I see
72 in the queue, 74 on the field. Mr. Paladin. Pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, the keeps
Losing
are adding a
quite a lot,
sizable
though.
amount of damage. They do have yeomen, so they have that 17 attack.
Also 17 kills on that one tower already.
Yeah, I mean,
And we need to find more.
Britain keeps are good.
Yeah, keeps getting more.
There we go. Ooh, Onager coming in for licks. You could be seeing some Portion Engine Siege Onagers.
Yeah,
It's a
that would be pretty
possibility.
crazy. Siege Elephants need to address with some melee units, otherwise that tower could go down. Now at 20 kills already and continues to do even more damage. Quite a nice one.
Oh, Torsion
More
Engines
production
is on the way.
Ooh. And we have 56 trade cards already out
Yeah.
for Lux. So he will have a lot of chances to go for wild army composition.
I mean, Lix is just such an insane, like, late game, team game player. It's like, the way I always describe it is, Lix will do something that he goes crazy and then dies 20 minutes into the game, and then he'll do nothing for 40 minutes, and then he'll just come back at, like, the hour mark and start smashing face again.
Yeah. In the meantime, he's microing 6 crossbows and somehow finds 15 villager kills.
Yeah, something like that. Oh my goodness.
Feels like camels are being added though. I think the trade is just so much better for WWP here.
Yeah. How much gold?
Overall
134
trade.
gold per trip. Should be pretty much the same for AM. 122. So actually, that is a notably less amount. And yes, we see the Nicov making the first caravanserai.
Ooh, so sweet, so sweet. So healing those trade cards and making them run faster.
Yep.
How big is the radius?
10 tiles in a square.
Okay, well that's not too massive. And they're moving 30% faster?
Yeah, I think it's 30% faster. So it's kind of like the old Spanish team bonus before it was nerfed.
Okay. Kamarch is not looking too hot at the bottom side now. And just feels like Lux, he still sits on a pretty crappy army, I have to say. Bit surprised. He has 63 villagers on gold and does not have any gold in the bank. SO upgrade is now coming in though. He might find some damage pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
After-
But he's got elephant archers in his face right now. And there aren't
Elephant
any
archers
siege
are known
onagers on the field.
Yeah, elephant archers are known to clump up quite heavily. So let's take a look. We'll get some damage done. Oof, oof,
Ooh.
oof. Maybe a third shot even. Whoa, he's getting damage done.
Unfortunately, those aren't Dravidians. They're not going to heal up. And now there's a huge attack in the trade line by MrYo. We've got a bunch of imp camels over here. Oh, this could be tricky.
Oh, that's some trade cards going down and some Arbalest sitting behind there as well. Nice move by Yo and Paladin. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. A crazy game.
Oh man, I am so glad that we are seeing these big team games with the new civs. And this DLC is a lot of fun, if nothing else. You get to see so many fun army compositions and fights.
Oh, this is so big. This is so big. Trade card counts now. 60. Make it 90. Make it 120. 4 AM only.
Let's see, that's like 95-ish, 140, 170-ish maybe for WWP.
So 50 more for WWP and now can go for SO with torsion engines and push Liereyy and Nicov away, although they already have a pretty scary army, but apparently not scary enough. Population gap down to 40. Make
Yeah.
it 30.
And now, we were saying that the camel archers, they wouldn't be doing so well when they were in lower numbers. Now we're looking at almost fully upgraded elite camel archers.
Ooh, and they're getting really fancy then.
Yeah, and there's 54 of them on the field. That's pretty good.
Oh man, so much going on. This is getting really rough now. So much here from Paladin that is kind of unanswered. Maybe some more stables by MrYo next to this. Okay, yeah, he added those now as well. through the center. No real big attacks for quite some time.
No, it's mostly just been Yo and Nicov sending their camels and hussars across the middle of the map. These two castles here are adding a ton of extra arrow firepower. And this is a game that, it's honestly, as the time goes on, it's looking better and better for WWP. I mean, these guys are absolute late-game monsters in team games.
Yeah. WWP, 20 population behind for a small second. They were even ahead in overall population. Absolutely crazy to think of that. MBL now taking into Onager, try to find the kill here against the Skirm. Oh, gets some kills with this angle shot even.
Yeah, nicely done there. Oh, but now Lix is starting his Doom push. Portion engine siege onagers with siege engineers, full upgrades on those, and Bengalis are not going to have a fun time dealing with those.
What do you do against this? Typically bombard cannons, typically something like champion, something that gets there quickly is an option. I don't really see that happening.
Well, Bengalis don't get bombard cannons, and their champions are kind of meh. So...
Onager shot MBL. Oof. Scratches some Arbalest, gets 2 kills.
Yeah. Trade continuing to be very good right now for WWP, whereas it's just never quite been there for AM, but in the middle of the map, a lot of elephant archers and camels and hussars still.
Okay, camel archer numbers at 48. Production continues. Still only pop 700. How is this happening? That WWP is not really pop limit, although they didn't take quite a... Oh, look at how the elephant archers are melting. Wow.
Remember when I said that elephant archers have -7 capture armor?
Oh, God. This is sick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, camel archers have always been just such a powerful late-game unit.
Ooh.
And they are flexing their strength right now as there's 58 kills on this ball of camel archers.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Now some axes being put down. Someone really wants some help, apparently. Engagement continues here, and basically all ends, right? But what happened to Luke's army?
Lix got cleaned up by the battle elephant switch.
Ooh. How good are battle elephants from Bengalis?
They are fully upgraded, and they take less bonus damage, or harder to convert, and they attack faster. So they attack a little bit faster than knights. They attack as fast as elite cataphracts.
That sounds really good against halberdiers.
I mean, it's only 25% less bonus damage, so halves are still, you know, they're not awful. But they are, in my opinion, either the best or second best, along with Chimera for battle elephants, depending on what you're looking for.
Actually, I became a big fan of Vietnamese now. On at 20 HP, pretty sick.
Oh yeah, those are some chonky elephants.
Push continues here, and SO shots now flying in. Camel archers have to disengage. Obviously, they can't disengage well against all those camel archers. I think AM is dying here at the top. Look at that, WWP with the 40 population lead. On what are we witnessing?
Resilience, I think, is going to be the word of this game. They were having such a rough time. Their villager counts were lower. Their army compositions were simply worse. But they are just hunkering down. They're getting their trade going. And, you know, even as we're seeing all of these fancy new units and the new civs, and, like, this is all very fun, really, I think one of the big reason that WWP is winning right now is just core team game fundamentals and just good coordination and making sure you're getting your trade going.
Trade transition was really well done. Or maybe some dry time where people had to go for like skirmisher, hussar, couldn't really go for their powerhouse unit simply because no real control at the bottom. Trade was late. And that's mainly because WWP all put their second TC down, or their first extra TC, all down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And they got a nice grab of that area.
Trying to hang in there, nevertheless, is AM, but... Well, I mean, they do have a larger army, and now MBL switching into Arbalests. He's got the siege elephants. If the siege elephants actually get up on top of the arbalests, they will kill them really easily. If they're all clumped up because the siege elephants do blast damage, same as a cap cram.
Okay, okay.
And
It's like 8 damage. Okay.
And if you have Woot Steel, they ignore melee armor because they count as cavalry as far as that go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh god, such wild units.
And they regenerate if you get the medical corpse technology.
What is this expansion? Like everything, everyone got everything.
I know.
Or something. Ooh.
It's just all the new civs are so fun.
So much to learn, so much to dive into, so much variety now in those civilizations.
Yeah. But they still feel like AoE 2 civs, which I really appreciate. They don't feel like kind of weird and gimmicky.
Mm-hmm. So shots coming in again. Halberdier is obviously really good at that side now. And Lux is, I think, getting to an unbeatable army. Like full Halberdier, Siege Engineer, like Torsion Engines SO should be just crazy good. But actually, Halberdier numbers are simply not there. 27 on the field only.
Yeah, and, well, Nicov has a good amount of imp camels. There are some elephant archers and battle elephants for our Bengali player, Liereyy. Torsion Engine Siege Hunters popping out right in the nick of time. That is 57 camel archers that have 130-ish kills on them right now, though. And even some more camels coming in for support. And now Hera's making the Shrivamsha Rider switch. I was waiting for this to happen.
Okay, tell us a bit about this unit. Why is it so sick? Why does it have 11 plus 9?
Because that's a bug on Capture Age.
Okay.
So it's not actually 11 plus 9. They dodge arrows. It's kind of confusing. Again, hashtag sell it. I have a YouTube video where I explain this unit. But essentially, they will dodge 7 arrows with the elite version, and they're also the fastest land unit in the game, and they have a fast attack speed. So, and the damage of the arrows doesn't matter. It's just the number of the arrows. So, you can modify an archer to have plus 1,000 attack, and it will deal 0 damage. It'll just eat up 1 charge of the shield, so to say, as I call it.
Ooh, MBL wants to dodge those SO. Oh, that's really climbed up, really climbed up. Oh, but snipes the SO. Oi, this is getting really sick now. And WWP, 60 population lead, pushing at the top, holding at the bottom, quite some control. How is it looking when it comes to... Oh, look at those. Oh, does that bonus stack of the Caravanissari?
I don't think so.
I would be really surprised as well.
But
Look at
still,
that, 11 on the field, or even more.
But I mean, still just plopping them down all over the place just to make sure that, you know, they're always covering something. I think that's not a bad idea. But you can see how fast the trade carts are going. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to show it in Capture Age, but they are moving faster.
Yeah, they're sick. On the other side, not used.
And, oh, now you have a bunch of camel archers finding their way near the trade line.
Ooh. Answer isn't really there right now. Some camels. That's going to be some dead trades.
It is very much going to be some dead trade. We do have MBL starting to make a push happen on his side, finally. Hera's been pretty quiet for a long time in this game, as he was taking a lot of damage, but he does have these Shrivamsha Riders, and they are going to absolutely mop up Arbalests.
Push at the right-hand side. Looks pretty solid.
Yeah, it's got Krebs, you've got the Siege Elephants, although those are kind of going down. I mean, MrYo has been playing absolutely monstrously well, just having units everywhere he's needed all game long. I mean, he's a good 10,000 score ahead of the next highest player in the game. So, after struggling in the first 2 games, it's good to see him playing well again.
Now the question is, like, what side is pushing faster? Feels like Lux together with BadKoala advancing a bit faster. I think they need to add some siege rams there to get rid of the buildings a bit quicker.
Yeah, also not friendly kill your own camel archers would be nice. But yeah, I mean, this has been a very nice push now from MBL. Got huge Arb mass, but two-handed swordsmen and champions now, just because we haven't had enough unit variety in this game.
51 champions in the queue, 87 arbalists in the queue. Is Paladin getting the sling or what's happening here?
I don't know. He's got 59 trade carts, and those are some cheap units, so... maybe?
Oh, SO at the left-hand side, overextending, mistake by Lux. Oh, I need to replenish those. Maybe some good ground checks to cover it up. Okay, got some shots in.
Yeah, and there's still enough SOs left, and the army value is now massively in favor of WWP. A good 5k army, and there's the GG called, Nili. Wow.
What a crazy good game. What a crazy, crazy good game here. And AM has to give this one up. WWP takes the game. What a nice one.
This game alone was worth all of the waiting.
Yeah. Whew. New civilizations apparently pay to lose.
Evidently. Oh my goodness. MrYo with a 1.70 KD, 1824 kills, 1071 deaths. Absolutely everywhere with those camels and those hussars.
Okay, who will need to play? MBL, Nicov, host, please. Really, really nice game. I tried to organize the next set, or the next game already. Obviously, after this one, we will even have